You didn't say it's Mike.
Hi, it's Mike, Family Delight TV, and today we're putting in a safety cover, the anchors, everything. Let's do it. First thing is we got to figure out what the overhang is going to be, and then we put a chalk line there. So you can see here, this is the overhang here. It's actually where the cover is going to line up, okay? So it's going to line up here. It's also going to line up right here on this chalk line. So how we figure that out is we measure the pool, then we measure the actual cover, okay? Then we subtract those two numbers, we figure out the difference, okay? And then we divide it by 2. That gives us our overhang on each side. So in this case, I have 10.5 inches on this side, 10.5 inches on that side, 13.5 inches here, and 13.5 inches down there, okay? Then what we do is we put a chalk line, so that's what you can see here, a chalk line all around. So the chalk line actually represents where the cover is gonna cover, okay? And then we're gonna measure off of that 18 inches and start drilling our holes. Now that we know where the cover is gonna be, it's represented by the blue line, now we need to determine where to put the anchors. So I suggest, obviously, you follow your instructions. Ours say 18 inches. So that basically means we need to install our anchors 18 inches from this line. So we're gonna measure 18 inches off here, and that's where our anchor's gonna go, all the way around. All right, so now we have 4 points that are set at the blue line, okay? So these are the first 4 points that we're gonna drill in. So we're actually gonna start, in our case, down here. Okay, we're gonna drill this one in first, and then we're gonna drill that one in, and then this one, and then this one. Now you might be wondering, what are we gonna drill with? We need to use a 3/4, yes, a 3/4, I mean, you see how big that bit is, hammer drill, with the hammer drill bit, of course, okay? You wanna go 2 1/4 inches into the concrete. So I have this set at 2 1/2 or 2 1/4 inches. Okay, I have a piece of tape there, but I also have my depth gauge set as well. Need a drill this big, although it makes the job a lot easier. I'll put a link to this down below, but you can use like a DeWalt hammer drill. Basically, you just need a hammer drill that will accept a 3/4 inch bit. All right, these are the anchors. These are actually the things that get installed into the concrete. So I got the 14 karat gold option on mine. Just kidding, they're brass. But the way it works is this is basically flush with the concrete, okay? Like that. And then this screws in, all right? And this is where the spring holds onto, okay? So we're gonna install this now. We got our first strap here, okay? We measured off 18 inches, all right? And we put a dot on the ground. This is where we're gonna drill. All right, so to install these, it's actually real simple. All you need is a hammer. This should go with your anchors, okay? So this actually slips on here. What this is, this just keeps you from destroying the threads. You don't want to hit it with these threads in there, okay? So you want to take this off, put this here. All right. This is how this installs. We're gonna leave that up just a little bit. The way this is gonna work is when we get this strap together, this is gonna strap onto there like that. All right, 32 more to go.
Are you playing peekaboo?
Yeah, look at that. I like that. They put this extra piece here, some extra rub strips so it doesn't rub through. They have these pieces here so it doesn't rub on the concrete, or rub through on the concrete. We're gonna put the 2 ends on now, okay? So the way that this goes, we put that one on first, and then this one has to be stretched over. So that's why they give you this bar. Is you put this bar over here, and it's got this cutout. This goes over the anchor, like so, and then you use this to stretch it, pull it, and turn. And that's connected. So now that we got this part done, now we can start working on those 2 edges. All right, so I just want to quickly jump in and explain the logic of where we drilled the holes and when we did them. Okay, now you don't want to just drill all the holes and kind of work yourself in a circular. You want to almost do this like you would tighten a tire on a car. Okay, so like I said earlier, we started on the end. So we basically drilled this hole, then we drilled this hole, then we drilled this hole and this hole. Okay, so by doing it that way, we're basically pulling the cover in this direction and pulling the cover in this direction, okay? So now that we have kind of this crisscross pattern, so the next thing we did is we then worked on our outside most corners. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So we did these corners, okay? Once we had those corners done, then we moved into the most inner corner. So then we worked on this one. So we did 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see we're kind of working in crosses the entire time, okay? We don't want to pull it in all in one direction. The last ones we did were the ones that were in, let's say, column to field. We were measuring these, we have to be 18 inches off the blue line, right? Off that chalk line. I was using my measuring tape. Instead, I just made it myself an 18-inch template, okay? And then what I do is I just line this up with the center, put it on the blue line. I actually can use this to line this up. put my line this way, and then since it's centered, right in the center, that's where I need to drill my line. So I've been using this to go around the pool, put all my lines in, keeps everything symmetrical and looking good. One other thing that I think I would have done a little differently. So if you remember, we had our blue line here, and then we had to come off 18 inches, okay? So that brought us around here. What I would have done is actually added that blue line, and then added an additional line at the 18-inch mark. Now what this would have done was give me a line to reference so that when I'm drilling these, I'm keeping all of these in a straight line. But I think aesthetically, it would have looked a little bit better. And also probably would have cut down on some measuring time as well. All right, so the cover's installed. So that's it. That's how you install a cover. If you want to know how to take care of a pool or maybe open a pool or close a pool, I also have videos on that. So hit that subscribe button. Also check out www.familydiytv.com. That's a new website. Check it out. Maybe sign up for the notifications. I won't spam you. I'm Mike, Family DIY TV, and I'm out.